Hey Owen, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Fine, fine, fine. So I know you're still doing a good job down there at Hampton University. We are so proud to have you as one of our alumni, as one of the leaders when you were in the Future Kings program, and now setting a great example with all your success down at Hampton University. And uh, tell me a little bit about about what you remember about your time at in Future Kings.
Ah, Tom Future Kings. I was in Future Kings for a little minute, so there was a lot to remember. However, I remember a lot about like the business mindset. That was the biggest takeaway that I was able to keep going with to this day was the business mindset, how to think like a businessman. Starting from a pop-up shop set on fold-out tables
Yeah,
with things from the local 7-Eleven that was a walk away, taking that and making profits off it to the point where you make people mad.
yes.
I've seen it all. So starting from there, then it only continuing the business expanding, watching Future Kings expand. I've seen a lot. So a
So
lot about the businessman mindset.
So you're remembering back when we had that after school store where we would keep inventory and were selling products uh, that they sell in convenience stores, and we had evaluated all that like you would if you were starting your own convenience store to compete with 7-Eleven. And we
Mm-hmm.
kind of replicated that in the program, and it worked out really well for us. You're remembering that that time in Future Kings.
Yes.
Okay, well, great. That certainly is a great way to get started, and I'm glad it made a great impression on you. Recently, you and I were talking, and I wanted to uh, record it this time because it was such a powerful story. And if I remember it correctly, and uh, I'm going to ask you to go through the details for it. But if I remember the story correctly, as part of your time at Hampton, you were selected for an internship with Deloitte. And with that internship, you had a meeting with about 100 other Deloitte interns, summer interns. And you were able to draw on your Future Kings experience. Am I remembering that kind of correctly?
No, that's right. Yeah. You pretty
Okay.
much got it.
Can you tell me the whole story from start to finish?
All right. So yes, I did have an internship with Deloitte. A quick backtrack on how I got the internship. That just came from hard work in school. Um, I made sure I was really taking care of my business in the classroom when I got to school.
Are you a
My
junior now at Hampton or sophomore?
rising senior. I
You're a
got one
rising
year
senior
left. And
already?
I'm gone. And I'm
Okay.
gone.
All right.
1 year left. But my accounting professor at the time, Dr. Theodore Andrews, a great guy, a great role model for an aspiring teacher like myself. But he did such a good job at his job, it made me want to learn more. So I was very active in his classroom. I stayed after I learned more. Got to the point where I was teaching a class, stood in front of that classroom in a full suit and led the day. I let my guy take a back seat. Um, got out of his class early, simple things like that, just taking care of my business. It gets to the summertime of, yep, summertime of my sophomore year. So going into my junior year, I'm sitting down, chilling in the house, and he calls me, right? What's up, Dr. Andrews? What's going on? He tells me that one of the assistant deans of the school, Dr. Rose, love Dr. Rose, Dr. Sylvia Rose, that she has this opportunity coming up and she called on all of her teachers to recommend students because she was able to take a student. I was like, okay. And he's like, well, obviously I told her about you. So this is what I want you to do. I'm gonna give you her name. I'm gonna give you her number. You call her. You said that I sent you. All right, cool. Gives me her number. I call. Hi, my name is, I think I had to leave a message. But hi, my name is Owen James. Dr. Andrews told me to call you about whatever it is that's going on. Fast forward, she calls me back and we're talking for a cool little second. She's getting a grip of who I am. And it's like, okay, I have a few other students that I'm looking at, but I'll let you know what's going on. Yes, ma'am. Maybe a day or so later, she calls me back. Hey, I told everybody, I feel like you're the best man for what's going on. And essentially, there was the National Business Deans HBCU Roundtable Summit. So National HBCU Business Deans Roundtable Summit. Whole bunch of words, but all of the deans of the School of Business at HBCUs around the country all sat down in this one place for a summit. They got told that they could take students with them. So I ended up being the student that went for Hampton University. This was this was in a facility that Deloitte has in Texas. So we got flying to Texas. It was a great experience. I met some awesome people. Um, and as I was there, I took advantage of the fact like, oh, they had a little career center on like the last day. So I applied. I liked the facility that Deloitte had. I said, let me see what they got going on, if I can come back. So I applied for my internship. I applied, it took X amount of time. They accepted me. I settled down for my internship. And then this summer that just passed, well, this summer that is passing, I refuse to put that fully over. I worked at my internship with Deloitte. So now I'm here at Deloitte. It's onboarding the whole first week. So I get there, it's cool. They giving us a whole bunch of information. And it's like second, third, fourth day of onboarding. And we bring up elevator pitches. Elevator pitches. Oh, okay. There's already like you go into the room as an HBC. At first, it was an HBCU thing. I'm running a whole bunch of people from a whole bunch of other HBCUs, so we all kind of know what's going on. Now I'm in a room of just other interns. Me going to an HBCU doesn't matter. It's me representing in front of this room. So I have to know, okay, I can't step up to be honest, get my respect. Y'all need to understand, yes, I'm the black man in the room. I'm one of the black men in the room, but I'm smart just like the rest of y'all. I know things just like the rest of y'all, and I'm gonna show up. So I kind of have that mindset, a little chip on my shoulder as I'm going through this onboarding process with the rest of my black folks. And they bring up elevator pitches. I have been in Future Kings and entrepreneurship programs since middle school. I know what an elevator pitch is. So they asked, like, who knows what an elevator pitch is? Oh, what? Boom, my hand raised. I'm looking around the room. This may be about close to 100 people in there. I'm looking around. Not that many people can raise their hand. It's about maybe about 10. Just a little interesting to me. Y'all know what an elevator pitch is? Hey, now that you're not there. Okay. Who wants to share their elevator pitch? I'm slowly bringing my hand down because while I could do it. I didn't necessarily want to. So I'm bringing it down. I didn't get my hand down fast enough. You, come on. Let's see your elevator pitch. Okay. So I stand up. Um, I'm like, I'm taking all this time. It looked like I'm stalling, but I'm really just trying to like get into that mode because the elevator pitch is quick. You have to get out everything that you need to get out in this short span of time. You have to know all the points that you want to hit. I'm locking in. I'm like, all right, here we go. I have a business that I currently am working on formulating. So I decided, hey, I'll just use that, right, as to what I'm actually pitching about. So we do this little thing. We're like, all right, here we go. Hi, my name is Owen James. And then I finish. Like I couldn't tell you what I said. It all was pretty like that autopilot. But I finished. Breaks out into a pause. Oh my god! And I'm like, for sure. But this is easy for me. This is butter for me. I've seen these since middle school. I'm cool. Sit down. So It was like, oh yeah, that's literally a perfect example of what it is. So we're talking about it for a second. And I felt like a professional in the room. Everybody else, like we have these coaches and professionals that have already have the job in the room with us. They done graduated already, telling me and telling people that I know exactly what I'm talking about. It's cool. X amount of time later, we had like a little, we had a networking event later that day. And one of the speakers that was there in the room, I just wanted to tell them like, hey, I think you did a good job speaking today. I'm somebody who pays attention to speakers, and I'm not gonna say judge him, but I pay attention. And I enjoyed the way he was speaking, so I wanted to give him his credit. I give him his credit for his speaking, and he flipped it around on me, said, no, I need to give you your credit on the elevator pitch. How did you do that? Like, that was really good. Thanks. I just told him straight up, like, I've been in an entrepreneurship program back at home, Future Kings. So I've been knowing what that is for a long time. All the people that were there listening to what he had to say were not listening to what I had to say. So now I'm putting them all on game. I'm like, well, elevator pitches are short. Like, you're really, granted, Deloitte got really long elevators, 24 floors. We got a long elevator ride that you could potentially be on. But in all reality, it's not supposed to be a long thing. You need to be quick. You need to capture somebody's attention, give them everything that they would need, but just enough so that they want to know more. And I told them that the best way to do that is to reverse engineer it. What is it that you need them to know? For my example, is my business. Okay. What are the key points that I need to hit to give you just enough to be interested and enough to know more without you going, I guess. Boom. You need to hit that. And then you reverse engineer it and sandwich that in between, hi, this is who I am, and can I take some time at some other point to tell you more about it? And I tell them all, I put them all on game on how to do it. And I'm like, wow, that's really good. I was like, oh, appreciate it. Y'all like, I got the leg up. Leg up is the word. I had the leg up on all of them. And came from this. It's stuff that you don't understand is giving you the leg up until it happens in real life. You go through Future Kings, you go into these meetings. All right, bro, it's 9 a.m. It's a Saturday. I'm sitting through these classes. I'm paying attention, but like, it's cool. Then you go out and you see stuff like that, and you're like, oh, I know what we talk about. This is easy. This is nothing. I learned about this years ago. Yeah, this is what an elevator pitch is. Oh, this is what a trail stop is. You talking about all this. Yeah, guys, I already know what this is. I already know what this is. Business plans, please. How to turn something into a profit, please. I already know all this stuff. So I think people in Future Kings probably don't understand how beneficial it can be. At least not everybody can. So as somebody who's seen it, who's been removed from Future Kings, I did my time, I'm out. Sounds terrible. But like I did my time in Future Kings, I understood the process. I graduated. I'm in the real world, or almost fully in the real world now. I understand. Future Kings is giving you the leg up. You're having an advantage. It's catered to minority communities for a reason. You need the leg up. I really could have faded into the room. I could have been just another person in the room. But as a black man in the room, I couldn't just be another person. You can't. I couldn't fall through their cracks. Nah, you're gonna understand that I know what it is that I'm talking about because I gotta separate myself. It's what you have to do. You have to start walking with a bit of a chip on your shoulder, not to go around cocky, but you gotta walk around with a chip on your shoulder because you're already at a bit of a disadvantage. So you gotta lock in like, nah, you either gonna treat me like the rest of them, or you're gonna treat me a little bit better than the rest of them because I know what I'm talking about. And Future Kings have to know what you're talking about. Yeah. Wait, rewind. Wait. I forgot the best part. So either that day or the next day, that they had the CEO of Deloitte Consulting come into the room and talk to us. Now, I've done my elevator pitch in front of everybody. I know that I got me a good elevator pitch. It's the next day. I know that I got one. So they had the CEO talking to us. They asked for questions. I'm like, pick me, pick me. I'm about to shoot my shot at the CEO because I had the confidence to do that. Right? I was confident in the work that I put in. I've done this work in college. I really thought about the plan that I would like to actually formulate to the point where I'm comfortable putting this in front of a CEO and not looking stupid. So I'm raising my hand. I'm making eye contact with the lady in the room. I'm like, come on, just pick me. Just trust me. Trust me. She ain't picked me. I was a little sad. But it was what it was. They told me like, oh, what was going on? I was like, man, I was trying to. Everybody was like, were you gonna try and pitch your business to them? Yes. Yes, I was. Yes, I was. I was gonna do that. And then they were the people that were already working there, I'm like, oh, email him. He emails back. Where? Okay. I stayed. I drafted up this email and I sent it. X amount of time later, I'm going back and forth with his executive assistant. A little bit longer after that, I'm sitting in front of the CEO on the one-on-one meeting, pitching my business to him, trying to see if it's something that can be partnered with in the future and if I'm on to something. And he told me I was on to something. So that little bit of extra confidence that you can walk into a room with can allow you to knock down some doors that you won't be able to knock down. I don't know of anybody who walked into a business as an intern, set up a meeting with a CEO to try and pitch a business. I don't know anybody else who's done that. Hey, that's just me, I guess.
That is very impressive, Owen. I really, really appreciate you telling that story for us. As you know, our Alumni Day will be coming up in December. So we'll have you back in the room with all the current Future Kings and maybe not tell that same story, but definitely talk to them about the importance of what they're learning. So I really, really appreciate it. Love you, and thank you for your time on this.
Absolutely.